Way north of I-30 along 183 just south of DFW International Airport. Right now you don't have any major issues. I do want to get out to Matt Houston, and that's where we find him at. And Matt, I know that DFW International, once you get there, that's the problem that folks run into when it comes to parking.
Yeah, that's always going to be a problem, but especially on the busiest travel week, really one of them of the entire year. We're on the 5th floor of the Terminal D parking garage right now. I'll show you what I'm looking at the moment, right? It's obviously filling up fast, and you can understand tomorrow, the busiest travel day for airports of the season. And this is what the scene looks like right now. We'll give you a look. We can tell you, though, that despite this being one of the busier garages in the entire airport, there are still hundreds of spots available at 5 a.m. this morning. You can see 849 on that sign right there. So if you get here at 5, you're in good shape. But you can, of course, avoid that scenario. You don't have to do this. Public transportation is probably the easiest method for avoiding this sort of wake-up call. Remember, DART's Orange Line gets you to DFW. It is free to park at their bus and rail stations, but DART is not responsible for your belongings if you do that. In Tarrant County, Trinity Metro offers long-term parking at 5 of its Tex rail stations for $5 a day. From there, you can hop on the train, ride straight to the airport. Of course, Uber and Lyft can get you here too. If you have to drive and you have to park at DFW, know that Terminals C and D fill up the fastest. Of course, if you're flying American, you can park anywhere and use the Skylink to get right to the correct terminal after you go through security. Tomorrow, again, is the busiest day for airports. You won't be able to reserve a spot online this week. That option is sold out through Friday, so make a plan to avoid a headache like this. I'll give you one last look. You can see the red lights above the cars here. That's an indication that those spots are full. And so lots of things to consider as you're getting out the door. Remember, the earlier you leave, the better, but you don't have to get out the door at 4 a.m. like we did. Mark?